Imagine for a moment, it's Friday evening and you're a doctor who's been on their feet for 48 continuous hours. There's still a queue of patients as endless as the queue at Buckingham Palace on a summer's day. Exhausted, underpaid, and understaffed, this is the stark reality for many junior doctors in the UK's healthcare system today. Now, the spotlight has often shone on the fact that the UK has a healthcare system that provides universal coverage. It's an enviable model for many countries. But behind the curtain, the system groans under the strain of its own challenges. Underpinning this system are the medical professionals, the nurses, the doctors, the caregivers. They are the heart and soul, working tirelessly day in, day out, to ensure the health and safety of the nation. However, there's a simmering issue in this sea of white coats. These warriors of welfare, these heroes in scrubs, are feeling the squeeze. They're carrying heavy workloads due to understaffing, and their paychecks don't quite reflect the Herculean efforts they put in. I mean, if you or I were given £1 for every hour they worked, we could probably buy a decent property in London. This leads us to a startling outcome: strikes. Yes, you heard right. Strikes. Our lifesavers are downing their stethoscopes and hitting the streets. They're voicing their discontent, their frustration, and their sheer exhaustion. And these strikes are not without consequence. Because of these strikes, over 195,000 appointments have been missed. And who suffers? The patients, the individuals this whole system is designed to help and protect. But there's another side to this coin. In response to the proposed 35% pay increase, the government has deemed it unaffordable. As a result, we're seeing a slow exodus. Our doctors, the very foundation of our healthcare system, are seeking greener pastures. Places like Australia, New Zealand, somewhere they feel their skills are properly valued. This isn't just a case of job change. It's a clear case of brain drain, one that sees our brightest and best, those entrusted with our lives, leaving. They leave not because they don't care, but because they can't afford to stay. That's a pill that's hard to swallow. But where does this leave the government and the healthcare system as a whole? A system that is revered globally for its accessibility and quality of care is now on the brink of a potential crisis. It's a problem that can't be solved with a quick fix or a band-aid. The system requires substantial, fundamental changes. But the question that looms large is, who will champion these changes? Every story has two sides. The UK healthcare system is not different. It has its merits, universal health coverage being the prime one. But the best systems can falter if they're not cared for. Can the UK fix its ailing system before it collapses entirely? That's a prognosis we're all waiting to hear. As we reflect on this situation, it's important to remember that a system is only as strong as the people who power it. In this case, the junior doctors who, despite the pressure, continue to provide care and comfort to their patients. They're the real heroes of this narrative. But even heroes need support. They need to know they're valued, that their work is recognized and rewarded. And in this scenario, that recognition isn't just about applauding their dedication, it's about tangible, quantifiable changes that impact their quality of life and their ability to do their jobs effectively. One possible solution? A significant increase in pay. The proposed 35% pay rise might seem steep, but if it's enough to stem the flow of doctors leaving the UK, could it be seen as a worthy investment? Or should we be looking at alternative solutions to ensure the sustainability of the system? It's interesting to see how other countries tackle similar issues. Australia and New Zealand, for example, have become attractive destinations for many of our medical professionals. Can we learn from them? Is there a model out there that the UK could adapt to better support its doctors? It's clear there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It's a complicated issue, one that requires a delicate balance between the needs of the doctors, the affordability for the government, and the overall welfare of the patients. But as we stand at this critical juncture, one thing is certain: change is needed, and it's needed soon. The health of a nation is a fundamental pillar of its success. A strong, robust healthcare system is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. And so, we end today's discussion with a question: how can the UK turn the tide and prevent its healthcare system from toppling? What are the changes you'd like to see? Join the conversation in the comments below, and let's continue to explore this together. Remember, your voice matters. Let's use it to bring about change. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed.